So today we're going to talk about your favorite player. Who's your favorite player? Ooh, Paul Morphy, good answer. But we have a different answer today. 5-time world champion from India.
I'm not from India.
Yeah, well, it's not you. Well, he was insinuating he was the 5-time world champion. He's like, I'm not from India, but 5-time world champion. His name is Viswanathan Anand, right? And where's he from? Is he from the north or the south? The south, good guess. Right, from your favorite town, Chennai. And we're going to look at Anand beating people very quickly. I don't mean he played fast. He did play fast. I mean that he won in less than 20 moves against grandmasters. Now, when you guys play grandmasters, you probably win, but you don't win in less than 20 moves, do you? Right? You understand? Yeah, he's nodding like, yeah. All right, so his first game is against your favorite Ukrainian player, Vassily Ivanchuk, also known as Ivanchuk. Okay, Anand is black, and he played the most exciting opening ever, the Russian defense. He should slow down, but he was Russian. No, nothing? All right, knight f6. We call it the Petrov defense in America. And white took the pawn. Now a big beginner mistake is for black to take the pawn, and black can get in trouble. Because after queen f3. After queen e2, exactly. Now the black knight and the black king are lined up. A lot of beginners now make another mistake, knight f6. And now white can actually win the game in one move. How does white win a free queen? It's free, I tells you. You with the right answer.
I don't know.
Hey, that is the right answer. You don't know. Good job. Okay, with the wrong answer, Arjun. Knight c6, check. The queen's attacking the king, and the knight's attacking the queen. Now, Anand didn't do that. Anand played d6, attacking the knight like all grandmasters do. And then after the knight retreated, he took the pawn, and white played d4. Now I have to tell you a funny story. In 1988, Anand also had this position. In fact, this game was played in 1988, so there you go. Later in the year, he had this position, and his opponent played knight c3. You see how the knights are attacking each other? Okay, and now Anand made the losing move. Move 5? Can I help you?
D5.
D5 is okay. The main move is knight takes knight. What's the losing move Anand played?
Can I please throw this in the trash?
Hold on, let me think about it. No.
Why?
That's what Mike Hummer would say, right?
No.
Mike Hummer wouldn't say no? All right, you can throw it in the trash. We'll wait for you to come back. No, that was quick. Okay, so Vishy Anand played bishop f5, protecting his knight. And he was playing the Colombian grandmaster, Alonso Zapata. Zapata now lives in Atlanta, Georgia. Who's been to Atlanta, Georgia? Actually, I haven't, so I'll put my hand down. What, you've been to Atlanta, Georgia? What about Georgia, Georgia? Okay, and now Zapata played queen e2. The queen pins the knight, and the knight's attacked twice. And Anand did something you would never do here. He gave up.
Yay!
Yeah, now let's pretend black protects his knight, then white attacks it. And the knight can't move. And if black protects his knight with the queen, then knight d5. Rawr. What's a good move for black's queen? Don't raise your hand because there's no good answer. You. Well, yeah, but what's a good move for his queen? If he plays queen e6, there's a royal fork and a family fork. Okay, like let's say you're at home eating dinner and there's 3 or 4 of you, but you only have 1 fork. You know what that fork is called?
Yeah.
A family fork, right. Okay, and if you don't fall into the family fork, now you lose your knight because it's pinned. Okay, so this game didn't go like that. Anand didn't lose in 5 moves. White played d4, d5, and they developed their pieces Wow, black developed a lot of pieces. Does he get a prize for the most developing?
No.
Okay. F5. So black has all of his minor pieces out. Does white have all his minor pieces out?
No.
Terrible. Boo. Okay. So queen b3, attacking the pawn. Does that develop a minor piece? No. And Anand played queen to d6. Now Anand can castle either way. White played knight to d2, and Anand castled queenside. And Ivanchuk played a fork. Now, most of you are like, wait a minute, white just forked two of black's pieces, white's winning. But white has all of his pieces on the back row here, and black has all of his pieces out. So he's going to try to checkmate white, because most of white's pieces are really far from his king. What's better, forking two pieces or checkmating?
Checkmating.
Checkmating. So now Anand played a really mean move, bishop h4, attacking the rook. And Anand has a lot of pieces near white's king. Did Ivanchuk give his rook away and cry? No. He played rook f1 and said, that's my rook. Okay. And then he played bishop h3, rawr, getting near the king. Let's pretend that he takes the bishop. Pretending's fun, right?
Yeah.
Then we go queen g6 check. Now what does white do? King h1, knight f2 check. Now what does white do? Rook takes. Now we're going to play queen g1 checkmate, right?
Yeah.
What is white going to do about that? Wow, the class is quiet. You! Queen to, no, you're just being silly. Queen d1 is what you meant. Now I could play rook e8, threatening rook e1 check, and white has good development? No. So Ivanchuk didn't do that, because he'd get crushed. He played queen c2, queen g6. I don't see what black's threatening. Is black threatening anything?
Yeah.
What's he threatening?
The pawn.
Queen takes g2 mate. Do you think white stopped that, or he let black do that?
He stopped.
He stopped it. He played knight b3. Now his queen is protecting his pawn. Rook f8, knight a3, rook e8. And now the losing move, king h1, putting his king in the corner. And now Anand did something he didn't see based on the overworked theme. Maybe he was overworked. He played the amazing move, knight f2 check. What do you think white played? What's that? He took the knight, otherwise he can give up. Okay, now, Anand tricked him. When the rook goes here, there's two white pieces that defend f1. But Anand made one of those pieces move away. Then rook e1 was made. How do you make either the rook or the bishop move away? You can make it move away. And that's what he did. He made the rook move away. How did he do that? How did black make a move and the white rook had to move away from defense? Because the rook is defending something else. Arjun, bishop takes g2 check. Did he play king takes g2? Illegal. If he plays rook takes g2, now rook e1 check is annoying. Who's winning? Black. Wait, white has good defense of his king, right? Are all those pieces defending his king? No, terrible. Now always play bishop f1. And now, would you checkmate with the rook or the queen?
Queen.
Why the rook? Why the queen?
It's a queen. Why? Because it can go diagonal.
Well, it doesn't matter which one, actually.
Yeah, they're both mate, right? Yeah. So white resigned because he didn't want to get mated. Aw, poor him. Poor baby. Okay, so king h1 was the losing move, overlooking this trick, and then he gave up. And then Anand became world champion, and you never heard of the other guy. Aw. I mean, you at home heard of him. All right. Next, Anand was playing, I think this guy's name is Rufus. Okay, so they played the open Sicilian. Okay, Anand was black. And white said, oh boy, I'm going to double your pawns. Okay, now, who has more bishops, black or white? Black. Now, both sides have one color bishop. What color do both sides have? A white squared bishop or a dark squared bishop?
White.
Both sides have a white squared bishop. That means black's dark squared bishop will dominate. If you don't believe me, wait till you see the rest of the game. Then you'll believe me. Okay, so f5, terrible move, giving away the e5 square to the knight. Or you could flip board. Okay, or you could go crazy. Ah, wait, what's going on? Pushing shift and alt? All right, so f5's no good. That makes the knight better, and it makes the bishop better. Now, Anand wanted to play bishop h6, but there's a slight problem. Why can't black play bishop h6? You! The queen will take it, but Anand took care of that. h5, now when he plays bishop h6, will the queen take it? No, because the rook is defending it. Yeah. Okay, so Anand's pretty sneaky. So bishop e2, h4, going for a queen, bishop h6. Did white save his queen, or he let him take his queen? Saved it. Now, you got to be careful, because this knight is attacked. So you can't move your queen anywhere. You got to move your queen and protect your knight. Now, Anand, I got to wind this up, attacked white's knight again. How did Anand attack the black knight? And don't say e5. Arjun. Queen b6. Okay, white castled into this pin. That's a lot of stuff attacking the knight. How did white protect his knight? You don't want to lose your knight, do you?
No.
So what do you do about it? How do you protect it more? It's attacked 2 times. It's defended 1 time. Do you just give your knight away and cry?
No.
How do you protect it? We got to move a piece to protect that knight. Arjun. Rook AD1. Now, there's 2 pieces defending the knight and 2 pieces attacking it. But Anand saw 3 moves ahead. And he said, wait a minute, my dark squared bishop is really, really, really good because you got all these pieces on dark squares. So Anand played queen takes knight check, and white did something crazy. He resigned. Let's pretend he didn't resign. Queen takes queen, knight takes queen. Is black up a piece? 3 pieces, 2 pieces.
Yeah.
How does white get his piece back? Rook takes knight, and now raise your hand. Who can find the winning fork? If you do, you'll have 2 forks at dinner, not just the family fork, but your own fork. You know, the hands go up. They're like, well, I want my own fork. You would left-handed go out, what?
Bishop e3.
Bishop e3 check, forking the king and rook. Don't you hate when that happens? Unless you have black, then you like when it happens?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so after queen b6, white's actually losing. He shouldn't have castled. When he castled, he lined up his king and knight on this diagonal, and there was no defense. Also, f5 was a bad move. This let the bishop come and attack. If this pawn was back a square, then white would be safe. So too many pawn moves from white, too many bishops for black, too many tactics. Rawr. Okay. Another Anand game, not the whole game, a little bit of the game, was against Curt Hansen from your favorite country. Now in this position, black's attacking white's king. He's got a bishop here, he's got a rook here, his queen's coming, his bishop's coming, and white better be careful, except for one thing. White wasn't careful at all. That's why you've never heard of Curt Hansen, you've heard of Vassily Anand. Haven't heard him either. Queen to g6, and white didn't see the threat. Hold on. Okay, now black has a crushing threat, but white didn't see it, and then black played it. White was like, I'm gonna win a pawn, I'm the greatest. And white said, this is attacked, and it's attacked again. He said, wow, I'm the greatest player ever. And he took the pawn on e5. And he was like, oh boy, Anand's gonna take, and then I'm gonna take, and I'm a pawn up, and then I'll do this, and so forth. Okay. But Anand, he didn't take this pawn. He played the most crushing move ever, and then white cried, and then white gave up. What's the crushing move that Anand played that his opponent didn't see? Raise your hand if you're as good as Anand. Who can find the winning move for black? It takes advantage of a pin. Come on, this is the advanced class. We have to take advantage of this pin. We have to punish white for his indolence and his insolence, right?
Yeah. Queen to
Queen to where?
Queen to h5.
If you play queen to h5, threatening checkmate, white will play queen takes queen, stopping checkmate. But threatening checkmate is correct, but you have to move your queen somewhere else, where the queen can't take it. Have a seat, Arjun. Try to figure it out. Anyone? Ben Simon? Yeah. You in the back. Queen g3. Shocking everybody except Arjun. Now, pawn takes queen is risky due to the fact that it's illegal. Well, you could try it. Then the rook would be checking your king. Not only did you guys not see that, white didn't see it either, because if white had seen it, he wouldn't have allowed it. Now, queen takes h2 is tough. It's rough, I tells you. What's the only move that stops queen h2 mate? Because you don't want to get checkmated, right?
Yeah, I know.
So if you were white, how would you stop that checkmate? Arjun, h3. Instead, what did white do, Arjun?
Resign.
He resigned. Let's play h3. Well, I gave the answer away because the computer was too hungry. Takes checkmate. Some of you don't know why it's checkmate because you forgot about this bishop. Now you know it's checkmate, right?
Yeah.
Did white do a good job defending his king?
No.
No, nothing next to his king. So taking on e5, that was the worst move ever. White should have defended his pawn with like bishop e1 or queen f3 or queen e1 or rook f, something to defend his pawn, not just let black take it and checkmate him. That's pretty good attack. Bishop's doing a good job, queen is, rook is, everybody's happy except white. All right, and the last Anand game was against the famous chess teacher, Artur Kogan. Now, we have a saying, those who can't teach, and this guy proves it, okay? A lot of people buy chess books and they're like, wow, that guy's a great player. Nah, if they teach chess, like look at me, I teach chess, am I a great player? Oh wait, the exception proves the rule. Okay, never mind. So most people who teach chess a lot, if they play at the top level, they get checkmated every move. But if they play little kids, they get like 60%. That's pretty good, right? Right, Arjun?
No.
60% is good. If you got 60% and you played 30 games, how many points would you get?
60%.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyone? No?
60%?
You.
8. Or no, not 8. 10.
18, there you go. Okay, now in this position, it's too complicated because how is white's bishop on g8? What happened? Okay, so this position actually has equal material, and Anand did something very dangerous. Don't do it in real life. Don't do that either. He walked into a fork. Ow. So Anand played king f8 and said, gimme, 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 gimme your bishop. And then the guy who had white, he called the arbiter and said, my opponent keeps talking. He said, gimme, 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 gimme. Okay, now Kogan is like, oh boy, a fork. Knight e6 check. And Anand's like, I'm not afraid of your discovered attack. King takes bishop. And then Kogan played a discovered attack because if he moves his knight, the queen will be checking the king. Now, If he moves his knight here, we just take it. If he moves his knight here, the queen attacks the king, the knight attacks the queen, right?
Yeah.
How does black escape? He can save both of them. You.
Queen to F7.
Queen to F7, and black is safe. So instead, since white can't win a queen, white decided to win a rook. Rooks are pretty good, right? How did white win a rook? You and the, well, I don't know if your hand's up. Your hand's up.
He took the pawn.
Which one, on G7? Knight G7.
No, not that pawn.
Really? Oh, he took his own pawn backwards. Oh.
That is C7.
Knight C7 check. See how it's check? And he attacks the rook. And Anand's like, whatever, take my rook. I dare you, I double dare you. So he did. Now, white has a lot of pieces in front of his king. Like this one, this one, this one, and this one. Wait, are those near white's king?
Yeah.
No. So Anand's like, I have a good idea. Let's checkmate our opponent. Anand wants to play queen G2 mate. So what move did he make to threaten queen G2 mate with advantage? Arjun, he played bishop H3, threatening queen G2 mate. If you were white, how would you stop queen takes G2 mate? It is a tough question.
It isn't.
It is really tough. Raise your hand if you know the answer. How did white stop checkmate and won? If you're white, you don't want your opponent to checkmate you. Yes?
Queen takes C3. No.
Queen takes his own pawn? And that doesn't, I still play queen takes D2 mate. If you're going to make an illegal move, make it a good one. Yes?
Resign.
Incorrect. He did not resign. He was tough. What? G3. All right. Now Anand, 5-time world champion, you're some little kid. So Anand can play queen G2 mate. He can jump over the pawn. He's 5-time world champion. Can he do that?
No.
Hey, it's not letting Anand do it. Okay, so how did Anand get his queen to G2 if he can't jump over his pawn? Bishop G2? That wasn't really my question. I want black to play queen G2 because that's checkmate. Checkmate's good because you win. What vitamin does checkmate have?
C.
For checkmate? You!
Queen takes C4.
If only you knew that, but you didn't know it.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I know. All right, queen takes E4, threatening checkmate. Are there a lot of good defenses?
Yeah.
There's a lot of good defenses. There's resigns, offer a draw, lose on time.
Only one.
What's the defense? Well, hold on. This move's going to be illegal. You.
Move the pawn to F3.
Yes. I predicted the illegal move. Good teacher, right? Your move is illegal.
What?
I predicted it too.
What's it?
You see my bishop on B6 and you see your king on G1? Oh, don't you hate when that happens?
Yeah.
The reason you shouldn't play F3 isn't because it's illegal. Never play F3. All right. So since F3 is illegal, are there a lot of good defenses to mate?
No.
Yeah. Kogan found the only defense. Arjun, he resigned. He gave up. But wait, his pieces are doing a good job defending his king, right?
Yeah.
No. And you thought that black only had 2 pieces attacking, but this bishop is pinning the F pawn. That's a good bishop. So black used all of his pieces to attack, and white used none of his pieces to defend. So Artur Kogan, he was crying when he walked out of the room because he lost. And what did Anand say to him?
Good game.
Well, you think white played good?
Congratulations.
Ooh, good. That's a good answer, although he won, so he wouldn't congratulate his opponent. He said, Arthur, class dismissed. They're like, what? Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right. Next week, there's going to be a Kids, beginner tournament.
Yes, can I play? What's the rules? Under what?
Under 600.
No, I can't play then. I'm 601.